Hi guys, today I'm going to recap a 2018 Korean drama movie called Student A. Before we start, warning. Spoilers ahead. Rae is a schoolgirl who doesn't really like to socialize. She rather spends most of her time alone. Her friends often bully her because of her strange personality. As a result, she prefers to eat and read books alone in the library. Even so, she is a very talented writer. She even won a third place in the school's writing competition. Apparently, she grew up in a broken home. Living with her drunken father, sometimes Rae's father beats her when he is drunk. And for Rae, the closet is the best place to hide. Meanwhile, her mother works all day as a janitor, so she rarely gets affection from her. Rae really likes to play an online game called Wandering World, a place where she can escape from the real world. In that game, she disguised himself as Dark, a male archer character. She also forms a guild with some players. Two of her guild members are other archers in that game, whom she imagines as her crush, Yang, and one female character whose nickname is Hui-na. She imagines Hui-na as the most beautiful girl in her class, Baek. One day, her teacher asks the students to form a group to watch a movie together. Rae happens to be in the same group as Yang. Neither of their group members care about the assignment, so they leave Rae and Yang watching the movie alone. While watching the movie, Rae is secretly watching Yang. She likes him a lot because Yang is a nice guy. He never bullies her. Moreover, he was the only one applauding when Rae won the writing competition. On the other hand, Rae is so surprised because her favorite online game is closing soon. It means that her guild will be gone soon. And on that day, she played with Hui-na for the last time. To keep in touch, Hui-na told her where to find her in real life, which is at the free hug event in the park. She told Rae that she can meet her whenever she wants to. Meanwhile, Baek, a beautiful girl who rarely talks to Rae, suddenly becomes very nice to her. Now she often talks and spends time together with her. They often talk about a story which Rae is working on. She even wants to be Rae's partner during the PE class and helps Rae to take care of her injured hand. Rae is happy that now she finally has a friend. But why is Baek suddenly becoming so nice to Rae? One day, Yang tells Rae that he starts learning drums. The school's band heard it and offered him to join the band, even though he has just started learning drums. The girls now idolize Yang, who has become a member of the school band. But they are very surprised when they see Yang approaches Rae and tells her that he is accepted into the school's band. They wondered why Yang immediately told Rae. Is it because he likes her? But knowing that Yang will be a popular guy, Rae feels inferior instead. She is so sad and decides to find Hui-na to consult about her feelings for Yang. Fortunately, Rae could find her easily because Hui-na is wearing a costume. Rae tells her that she is Dark from the Wandering World game and apologizes if all this time she was disguised as a male character. And after a short introduction, Rae starts telling Hui-na about Yang. During their meeting, Hui-na never talks, she just nods or shakes her head. Maybe that's why Rae feels comfortable talking to her. At school, Rae is having a bad day again. This time, their teacher is furious after knowing that Rae and Baek submitted the same story for a writing competition. Yes, all this time Baek had been nice to Rae in order to learn her story and then duplicate it. Even so, Baek doesn't want to admit it. Really outrageous. Their teacher and friends believe more in Baek. Maybe because Baek is more beautiful than Rae. And now, Rae's friends hate Rae even more and bully her harder than before. Even worse, it turns out that Yang and Baek like each other. Rae's heart was broken after knowing that. After having a terrible day at school, Rae realizes that she does not have any money left. When she was trying to find some money from her father's cupboard, her father saw her and thought that she tried to steal his money. This time, her father beats her very badly. He even told her that giving birth to Rae is a mistake. This is the worst day for Rae. Rae feels that there is no point in her being alive anymore because she has been let down by many people. And she feels that no one loves her. She wants to end her suffering. However, she still has Hui-na who cares for her, and she realizes it. That's why she decides to meet Hui-na for the last time, to say goodbye. She stops her and reveals her face for the first time. Ray is so surprised because Huina turns out to be a handsome boy named Jay. He says that Ray can't just die like that. She must make a list of things to do before she dies, to prevent regret after her death. Apparently, Jay, who also grew up in a broken family, wants to end his life too. He is on his way to finish his list. That's why he completely understands what Ray feels. Because Ray is so down, she doesn't think of anything to add to her list. But Jay reminds her that she wants to go to Hongdae. Now she has something on her list. They go to Hongdae and have some fun. There, they also stop by a pizza restaurant and eat a very large pizza. That's one of the things on Jay's list, eating a very large pizza. All this time, he has never done that because he is too shy to eat alone in a restaurant. On the other hand, he also asks Ray to accompany him to the dentist because he is very afraid of the dentist. So funny. By the way, going to the dentist is one of the things on his list too. Ray feels much better after hanging out with Jay. Now she has the passion to go back to school after being absent for a few days. She even dared to ask Beck to admit what she had done. She is bolder now. Because Beck still does not want to admit it, she comes to her teacher again. But unfortunately, her teacher does not care about the problem anymore as it has been resolved. However, a student named Ran, who hates Beck, knows that Ray is innocent. Ran deliberately leaks the problem to the media and then causes a commotion at the school. The school officials consider this as a very embarrassing incident for the school and immediately hold a trial. They force Ray and Beck to tell the truth. Who copied whom? The school principal asked. Feeling that she has gone too far, Beck finally admits that she copied Ray's story. Now the situation has 100% changed. Beck, who is usually liked by her friends, is now being bullied all the way. Now she experienced everything that Ray used to go through. And the most important thing, Ray is not bullied by her friends anymore. But instead of being happy, Ray feels sorry for Beck. She often helps Beck when Beck is bullied, without any hesitation. One day in the park, Ray is watching Jay doing the free hug event. But this time, there is something different with Jay. He suddenly forces someone to hug him even though that person doesn't want to hug him. It turns out that person is Jay's best friend who has been hurt by him in the past. Jay really wants to find and hug him, that's why Jay has been holding a free hug event all this time. Even though that person didn't want to forgive him, at least his list has been fulfilled now. Yes, hugging that man is the last thing on Jay's list. Now, he is all prepared to end his life. Ray is really sad that she will not be able to see Jay anymore. She will lose someone who has helped her in the worst point of her life. Because of him, Ray didn't end her life. We could say that she is so grateful to have met him. This movie comes to the end. He decided to go to Alaska to meet his father. Of course, he said goodbye to Ray before leaving. As a farewell gift, he gave her a letter that said, "When you are sad, it's okay to cry." Thanks for watching, and see you next time.